Alright, round one, here we go. Armando Castro and El Toro Loco Nitro and John Seasock in Sudden Impact. We have got a great field of trucks and a great course here. We go down Thunder Alley and then over the jump, that's going to be the finish line, and then we make another circle around over this ramp right here and around this turn. This is how we think the course goes, so we're sticking to it. And we've got a good one between these two as they come around the final turn, and it looks like it's going to be Armando Castro, El Toro. Oh my! John Seasock takes a little tumble. Nice save there for him. But El Toro Loco Nitro moves on. Up next, Barry Musauer in Zombie Fire and Todd LeDuc in Megalodon Neon. Great looking trucks. Special designs for these trucks. Both from Superstar Top Showdowns, I believe. LeDuc has a little trouble in the first turn. Zombie Fire has the lead. Barry Musauer a little wide in the second turn. Todd LeDuc had to slow down a lot more than he would have liked to there in that first turn. And Barry Musauer having a good run in Zombie Fire. And he gets the win. Todd LeDuc made up a little ground. A nice recovery there for him. But Barry Musauer, as he speeds back down Thunder Alley and exits the arena, wins in Zombie Fire. Up next, David Smith and the Fiesta King Crunch and Chad Fortune and Power Forward. Chevy versus Ford. Great looking machines here. David Smith in this special edition Fiesta King Crunch. Chad Fortune in one of his many trucks. Power Forward. He always does very well. Remember, he won at the beach in Power Forward. He got wide in that turn though. David Smith did as well. But it looks like we have got a pretty close one coming around the final turn. And it looks like it's going to be the Chevrolet, barely in a close one. Oh my! David Smith does a somersault there. But Fiesta King Crunch gets the win. Up next, Kelvin Raymer and Tom Flies and Michael Vaughters and Black Stallion. Great trucks and drivers once again. Black Stallion clipped the wall there twice, I believe it looked like there. But he recovers. Michael Vaughters always does good. This is Race Source versus CRD. The last Race Source versus CRD race we saw didn't fare too well for the Race Source side, but it looks like this one's a lot closer. Coming around the final turn, we'll see who it's going to be. Raymer gets up on the dirt a little bit, and it's going to be Michael Vaughters as Black Stallion takes a spill, and he is upside down, but Black Stallion moves on. Up next, Corey Rummel and Rage and Dan Patrick and Samson. CRC versus PEI for, I believe, the first time, to my knowledge. I don't think they've faced off before. We all know the CRCs are a lot lower to the ground and they slide a lot more. Corey Rummel got a little bit out of shape there around the first section of the course, but we have got a good one going. Dan Patrick is always strong. It looks like he has the lead in Samson. Rummel clips the dirt again in the final turn, and Dan Patrick Samson gets the win. Nice run there for the big Chevrolet and the big biceps. Corey Rummel had a good run as well, but Dan Patrick wins it. Up next, Nick Pagliarulo in the Kraken and Chad Tingler in the Monster Mutt Dalmatian. This is both PEI chassis right here for these two. Great looking machines and great drivers. Nick Pagliarulo got wide in that first turn. We have got a pretty even race coming around this section of the course. We'll see who it's going to be. Chad Tingler clips the dirt a little bit, not enough to throw him off, I don't think. It looks like Pagliarulo has a slight lead in Kraken, and Nick Pagliarulo, it looks like, gets the win in Kraken. Takes an extra jump there at the end. But Nick Pagliarulo in the Kraken gets the win. Up next, Kirk Dabney and Overkill and Adam Anderson and Taz. CRD versus PEI. Again, that great looking split paint job for Overkill. Adam Anderson, what happened to Taz? He's got a flat tire. I'm not sure if I seen what happened there, but Adam Anderson has a flat tire in Taz, but he is still going. Great job getting around that first turn. He had a flat before he even came to the first turn. But Adam Anderson is doing a great job of handling the truck around, but it is going to cost him the win as Kirk Dabney and Overkill gets the win. Adam Anderson, he may have clipped the wall in Thunder Alley to get that flat, and Overkill gets the win. Wow. Up next, Scott Hartsock and Gunslinger and Allen Pezo and Predator. Two absolute legends of monster truck competition, rounding out round one here. Last race, Allen Pezo, that defending championship flag on the back of Predator there. Scott Hartsock, as we mentioned, running his design from back in 1992. The old style Ford body. We have got a good one coming around the final turn. Who's it going to be at the line? It's close. Very, very close. Oh, Gunslinger upside. Oh, man. Lord have mercy. Allen Pezo gets the win in Predator. All right, round two. David Smith and the Fiesta King Crunch and Armando Castro and El Toro Loco Nitro. Here we go. Great looking machines once again. They were both strong in round one. David Smith a little wide in the first turn. Armando Castro a little out of shape. El Toro got a little crossed up there over the first ramp. Armando, he clips the dirt there. David Smith, it looks like, has a slight lead now in King Crunch. Coming to the line. And it looks like it's going to be David Smith. Oh my! He is upside down on the gas. No, couldn't save it. But King Crunch gets the win. Up next, Barry Musauer and Zombie Fire and Michael Waters and Black Stallion. Again, great looking trucks and fantastic drivers. This should be a good one. They have both been strong. They both glide through the first turn. We have got a good one going. Fantastic running from these two so far in this competition. Zombie has been strong on this course. It looks like he's got the lead. Barry Musauer coming around the final turn. And Barry Musauer does it again, it looks like. Zombie Fire is running good on this track. A huge opponent in Michael Waters, but Barry Musauer gets the win. Up next, Kirk Dabney and oh man, I don't know what that was. Kirk Dabney and Overkill and Dan Patrick Sampson. CRD versus PEI once again. Dabney clips the dirt mound there a little bit. He got a little out of shape. Dan Patrick has the lead in the Chevrolet. This is Ford versus Chevy. Patrick has the lead. Dan Patrick has been strong in Sampson. Here he comes around the final turn. Oh, he clips the dirt mound. They both got the wheels up over the line. Kirk Dabney is taking a tumble in Overkill. Stands on the gas and brings it back, and Sampson moves on. Up next, Nick Pagliarulo in the Kraken and Allen Pezo in Predator. Here we go, PEI versus CRD. Once again in this one, Nick Pagliarulo has done very well in that Freedom Factory Kraken. Allen Pezo has been very strong in Predator. He has been on an absolute tear here lately in these competitions, looking to keep his streak going as they come to the final turn. Who's it gonna be? We have got a great run going between these two creatures. Wheels up for Predator, but it looked like he held on and won it. Nick Pagliarulo had a good, Kraken, takes a barrel roll, and Predator moves on. Semi-finals time, David Smith in the Fiesta King Crunch and Dan Patrick and Samson. Legendary trucks here, fantastic drivers, a big Chevrolet battle. Here they come, CRD versus PEI. Once again in this one, it looks like Samson has the slight lead coming to the second turn here. David Smith a little wide. Boy, Dan Patrick has been strong. Look at this guy go. And it looks like Sam wheels up in the air. But Samson is going to another finals. This time with the failed version. And David Smith, oh my, takes a tumble and Samson moves on. Up next, Barry Musauer and Zombie Fire and Allen Pezo and Predator. Great looking machines and fantastic drivers once again. They have both been strong. Predator looking to keep his streak alive and go to yet another finals. Barry Musauer really wants a big win at Zombie. This is the Fire Zombie. He has been running very well all evening long. With the arms waving, here they come to the final turn. We have got a neck and neck race at the Line Water Race. Man, oh man, one of the closest ones of the evening. Very, very close. And it is Barry Musauer. Zombie Fire's going to the finals. The finals are set, folks. Barry Musauer and Zombie Fire and Dan Patrick and Samson. A good jump for Dan Patrick. He is always strong, looking to win in the other version of his PEI Samson. Legendary machine. It looks like he does have the lead. Barry Musauer clips the dirt mound a little bit, trying to make up some ground. Zombie Fire has been flying all evening long. Dan Patrick gets a little wide in the second turn, and we have got a good one coming to round the final turn. And it looks like Zombie Barry Musauer made up the ground. He was behind. Nice save by Zombie and nice save by Samson. But it is Barry Musauer and Zombie Fire. He has been scratching and clawing, trying to get into the winner's circle. Oh my, he goes upside down. Come on, Barry, there you go. Zombie has been in these competitions quite a bit. And it's been a while. I believe back before I even started commentating on videos was the last time a Zombie monster truck won an event. So it has definitely been a long time for this guy. Congratulations to Barry Musauer in Zombie Fire against another tough field of trucks, as always. Great running from all these competitors. Congratulations once again to Barry Musauer and Zombie Fire. Enjoy the rest of the freestyle celebration. Be sure to like and subscribe, and as always, we will see you next time with some more monster truck action. So long, everybody.